Hi, boys and girls. Today's craft is the crosses on the hill. And what it represents is the hill where Jesus was crucified. And remember the story, there are two thieves, one on either side, one that believes and one that doesn't believe that Jesus is the Son of God. So I have two examples. Look at that. And I did this with paint. I had some watercolor paints. Now I know some of you have that. Some of you don't, so don't worry. I have another way to do it. Okay? So I just used colors. I made it look like a sunset. You could do other colors. My other example has some pink and yellow and orange. This I did like a pink and a purple and a blue. And then the black is construction paper. But I have another way to do it. Okay, so you need a white piece of paper. Now, the only thing is if you choose to use paint, you're going to have to paint it and then let it dry before you do anything else. Okay? All right. You can take a white piece of paper like I did. And I just did pink and yellow and orange. Now, you want the bottom part to be a little bit bigger. Because remember, we're going to put the mount. And it's not a mountain. It's, you know, like when there's a hill. Almost like our hill at school, you know, like up the hill. It's kind of like that so everyone could see where the crosses were. So you want to leave some room. So you can either get black construction paper and just you make a little hill, right? And you can glue that on. And then they're not perfect because they're just free-handed, but I have crosses to put on like my other one, and you can use glue or tape to do that, or you could use your black crayon. Now if you're going to use the black crayon, I'll show you. You might want to do that before you color, right? Because it might be easier to color it in, not on another color. Let's try. Are you paying attention? I haven't done that in a while. I miss doing that. Like when you're looking and I'm like, whoop, I see you. Okay, I'm getting goofy. But that's okay. You know why? Because Holy Week is one of my favorite times of the year. I truly, truly love Holy Week. Because Jesus is going to die for our sins. And when we're in class, remember, I said Jesus and God, they think of us. Not just me, they think of you. They think of everyone in the class. They think of Mr. Joseph. But he thinks of us individually. And I know it's so hard. It's so hard to understand God. Trust me. I'm pretty old, and I've been trying for a long time, and I still don't get it. But he has all of us in his heart. And so he thinks of all of us when we start to celebrate Holy Week. And it's just such a magical time because he's going to die for our sins so that we may be reborn when we die and we can be reborn with him in heaven. So look, you could do it in black and then you can just draw your crosses, or you could tape your crosses on. I like to make sure I put one right in the middle, right? You know, like front and center is Jesus's cross. I'm going to just do one. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And if you want to, you could use a ruler. You know, Mrs. Schaefer, she always uses her ruler to make straight lines. But you don't have to. But you should just be thinking about God and the story of... Look. And then I would just color that in, like I did, to represent Jesus's cross and where he died for our sins, right? On Good Friday. And then once he died, they laid him to rest in the tomb. And on Easter Sunday, what happened? He rose again. Hear it? He rose again. Go ahead. I didn't hear you. That's right. He rose again. Don't be shy. Always be strong. Never be afraid to show your faith in God. So there's one. And you would do two other ones like this. But again, it's stuff you have at your house. Okay? So you can do all crayon, or you can do paint and construction paper, or you could do crayon and then cut and paste your crosses. Gives a little bit of depth to it. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have an awesome Holy Week, and I can't wait to hear about it. This Easter is going to be a little different for everyone. We're used to having family over and being able to celebrate with everyone and go to Mass. I always go to Easter Vigil Mass, which is not popular with a lot of people because it's kind of long, but it's my favorite. So I'm struggling a little bit that I'm not going to be able to go to that, but it's going to be okay because I'm doing what needs to be done, just like we all are, and so we can get back to school and be a class again together in the class sooner. Okay, so happy Easter from myself and Mr. Joseph. We miss you and we love you very much. Mwah.